All right, guys, welcome back to another trade recap. Today is Wednesday, March 18th. We just had a losing day, first losing day since early last week. And it's funny because a few people are commenting, oh, do you only win trades because you're only posting wins? No, I take losses as well. And today was one of those days. Also, yeah, he is he's knocked back there. Anyway, let's jump into the charts. All right, so took two losses today, ending the day -1R in total. These were both half risk trades. I knew the risk going into both of these. I knew they were both higher risk, and I was okay with that because I had a pretty clear draw on liquidity, and I liked the setup. Like, it followed my rules, so I entered the trade. So first one was on a 30-second time frame, delivering from a 4-hour bullish gap here, right? Delivering from this 4-hour bullish gap. And the reason I had a bullish bias going into the day was because, number one, we had the news at 8:30, which, like, you could say this is a data high. Not a super crazy like data high wick, but I would still consider this a data high, and I still think we probably reached this level today. And then we also had a news high. Okay, so another data high here where there was like some news with Iran that came out. So now I'm immediately looking at this level at a minimum as a draw on liquidity for the day because we're inside a 4-hour bullish gap. We have this data high above. I'm willing to look for longs on a lower time frame. So I was trading pre-market, which is against my rules unless there is news earlier in the morning, which there was. So pretty simple entry trigger here. We had perfect equal high here to target. Not perfect, but like relative equal high here to target. We saw a manipulation leg into a 30-second inversion here. Okay, and I took this on the 30-second. I liked the momentum behind it at a very clear stop to break even level. And my risk to reward was worth it, guys. Like, I'm going for a 3.5 RR here and nothing. So I'm okay risking, 0.5 R on this trade to potentially make 3.5 times that. So this was just a quick stop out. Looking back, would I take this again? Probably. I'd probably take this again, to be honest. I usually don't like trading below the 1 minute. Like, the 1 minute close is pretty shit, but like this 30-second looked good at the time. And like I said, relative equal high, clear draw on liquidity higher. So, I'm not super mad about this loss. Like, this is what it is. Would probably take this again, minus 0.5 R. The second trade after market open was another loss. We were literally exit liquidity. It was off this 5-minute inverse. Now, this was not an A+ setup, and I said this was not an A+ setup getting into the trade because this just took way too long to inverse. We had a ton of low resistance liquidity lower, and I fully knew that, like, heading into this long position. But again, my drawn liquidity was just too strong for me to not take this trade and potentially miss out on it. So I did a super tight stop loss, like right below this inversion fair value gap, targeting this high up here as full TP with my stop loss to break even at this news high. This would have been a break even trade, literally stopped us to the tick at break even and then ran to our, stopped us out to the tick and then ran to our break even. So probably should have been a break even trade. I should have done like a 5-minute candle closure below, but like wasn't super confident in this price action, like super chop price action, as you guys can see. And this was just another 0.5 or negative 0.5 R loss. So ending the day, -1 R total, down a little over 1,200 is what it is. First losing day in over a week. And a lot of the times I've noticed, like earlier in the week, I'll either have a break even Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or I'm down like 1 or 2 R over the course of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Right now we are slightly negative or maybe a little bit in profit from the trade on Monday. I think like around break even actually this week. Heading into Thursday, Friday, and there's news. So honestly, not too mad about these trades. I did reduce size, told everyone in the group to reduce size on these trades. And it is what it is. My drawn liquidity was clear. I still think we probably run to these highs today, to be honest with you guys. Take a look at price action now. I mean, super chop. Like, you're not getting in any sort of trade here. It is what it is. I'm taking the 2 L's on the chin. Learn from them. Would I take this again? Would I take this again? Again, like, probably. Like, if I could go back in time, would I take this again? Probably, just because this data high is such a strong draw on liquidity. And like at the time, it had a lot of momentum behind it. Like, we're moving up. Like, yes, we're building trend line liquidity. But like, how many times have we seen price just like run to our draw on liquidity first before coming down to get those lows, So honestly, not too worried. Sitting at break even for the week. It is what it is. Obviously, it's a little bit tricky when you're live trading in front of people, right? Like, you lose. You don't know how much people are risking. You don't know other people's sizing, but it is what it is. Hopefully you guys can learn from these. Again, I'd probably take both trades again. So not really mad, not super mad. I'd probably take both these trades again. So -1R. Hopefully, I will see you guys tomorrow. Yesterday was a no trade day. That's why I didn't do a recap. But I will be doing a recap tomorrow, regardless of whether I take a trade or not, and just kind of go over my thoughts. I'll try to do daily uploads rest of the month on this channel. So yeah, that's it. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.